What is up, guys? Happy New Year. I hope you enjoyed yourself last night but didn't overindulge. I hope 2019 is good to you and we enjoy a lot of movies and get some good releases, especially movies that haven't, left DVD and got to Blu-ray, but we'll see how that goes this year, huh? So, at first I wasn't going to do a top 10 list. I figured everybody else was going to do one, and I don't really need to. Then I started seeing lists getting posted in the group and such, so I'm like, okay, I can do this. So I started putting together my list, and it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. There was movies I had to leave off the top 10 list that I didn't really want to leave out of the video, so I wanted to give them another category and give them the credit that they deserve for, giving me entertainment and for me enjoying this movie, but not to where I can put it in the 10. But we'll see what we do here. I'll try and go through it quickly without dwelling on things and making this pile of movie take forever to get through. So I have a couple different ideas here, and let's just see if it works out, huh? Alright, so I no longer have this movie in my collection anymore, 'cause although I found it creepy, I didn't care for the story, that none of the characters made me like them. So this is my overrated movie of the year, and that's Hereditary. So keep in mind, these are my opinions. Most of you will disagree with some of them, maybe even most of them, but at the end of the day, I'm still gonna feel this way, mostly towards most of this arrangement. But again, Hereditary I found was my most overrated movie. It had promise there, but just kind of didn't do it for me. Let's see. Then I have most disappointed movie, which is Jurassic World. So it's probably my least favorite in the series. It's going to be my least watched movie in the series. Does have a good cast. The dinosaurs look cool, and just didn't care for the story all that much. Didn't see enough of the dinosaurs. And first hour, how they were treating the dinosaurs was kind of a bummer. So yeah, that's why it made it to that list. So I also got two guilty pleasures, which one of these most you people won't watch, and if you watch it, you probably won't watch it a second time, and some of you will watch the other movie, but not a lot of you. First one is Darkest Minds. Everybody was trashing this movie, so I wasn't expecting a whole lot. So when I sat down and watched it, I really enjoyed it. Got into it. I liked the story. The characters were good. And I do hope they're able to make a sequel to this, but if not, I can just rewatch this one, I guess. And then we have Rampage. Some of you liked it, some of you didn't. I enjoyed it. The monsters looked fantastic. I liked the story, and these two together were pretty awesome. The monkey was funny. So that'd be number one. Now I have my surprise movie of the year, and I was hesitant on watching this one or going to the theater and seeing it, which I didn't. Well, and as most of you did, but when we actually checked it out, some of us actually liked it more than we thought we were going to. That's Solo. I had fun with this one. It's not the Star Wars movie that I wanted, but I will take it. And hopefully they kind of leave our characters alone and move on to new characters, so if they ruin something, we're not messing with the original series in any way, shape, or form. But this was my surprise movie of the year. So I tried to get these two movies on the list and couldn't. I tried to get it in my honorable mentions list and couldn't, but I really enjoyed them. The ones I had to leave off the list, on both lists really, would be Ant-Man. I liked this movie. It was funny at times. I liked the story. It kind of fell off a little bit from the first one, but it was still enjoyable. I just couldn't get it on the list. And I tried moving some things around to get this one on the list because it turned out much better than I expected it to be. It has rewatch value and it's kind of a strong movie, and it's Black Klansman. I didn't know what to expect really with this one, and I don't get too much into Spike Lee movies. This is the first one that I really, really liked from him. So I had to put it in here somewhere, so I'm just, yeah, definitely checking out if you haven't. I enjoyed that one. Sadly, couldn't get it on the list. Alright. So I got four honorable mentions here. And we're gonna go like this, and then this, and okay. So first up, people kept comparing this movie to Die Hard, which isn't necessarily a bad thing since we all love Die Hard. It has a little bit of Die Hard in there, but for what it is, I found it to be its own movie, and I really enjoyed this one. That skyscraper. There was moments in there. It was like, wow. But overall, I definitely would recommend you checking it out. And I just kind of missed the list. This one most people didn't seem to like, but I enjoyed it. I liked the new aspects to it, and overall, I liked this movie, The Predators. I mean, for number 3. Number 2, this one I liked a little bit better than the first movie. I liked the villain better. It was just as funny and as entertaining. I was looking forward to it, to seeing what these characters been up to all this time. They picked up where they left off very nicely, and that's Incredibles 2. And the kids enjoyed it as well, so there's that. And last, and number 1 of the honorable mentions, which was a tough call order and putting these in order, but I went with Unsane. Very solid movie. I wasn't sure what to expect because I didn't check out any trailers or anything for this. It was complete blind buy, but looked interesting to me. Checked it out and really enjoyed it. So, now we get into the top 10, huh? What do you think's going to be on there? Some of them you will agree with, some of them you won't. Again, as always, and that's fine. We watched this last night, and the kids enjoyed it. My daughter really enjoyed it. She said it was a little bit scary, but it's her favorite movie now and wants to watch it again tomorrow, which is today. We can do that. And that's The House with the Clock in its Walls. I enjoyed this one. The picture was awesome. This is a recent pickup too, so you might see it in the next haul video. But overall, very good movie. Glad we got to check it out. Number 9 would be Annihilation. I like when I get to see Natalie Portman. Very good movie. Definitely recommend you checking it out if you haven't. It's well worth it. Number 8. This was kind of a surprise movie of the year. A lot of people liked it and some didn't. But I think for the most part, most people liked it. They are working on a sequel, and that's A Quiet Place. I enjoyed this one, the story. Overall, very good movie. You should definitely check it out. You should check out all these movies on this list, and then some, but alright. This one was funny, fun, entertaining. I liked the story. It was a story for the most part. I think it was a little bit weaker than the original movie, but overall I enjoyed it, and it definitely made the list. And it's Deadpool 2. At number 7, yep. If you've seen any of these movies, let me know what you thought of them or what your lists are, etc. But it was definitely a good one. This one I was kind of reluctant on. I thought this one was going to be overhyped, and everybody kept talking about wanting to see it. The trailers didn't look too good to me, so I'm like, I'll probably pass on it. Then when the physical came out, I decided, you know what, I'll go ahead and pick it up, check it out, and I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to. And that's Ready Player One, coming at number 6. I enjoyed mostly a lot of it. I liked about it was the 80s aspects and the retro feel to it. It was very neat, well done, and overall just a good movie. Alright, we're getting into the top 5 now. And most of these probably the usual suspects of what you have in your top 5 list. Let's see if we have the same order, shall we? Alright. Well, this is probably one of the bigger movies of the year. I enjoyed the story. It has a really good story for the most part, and didn't have as much action as I would have liked, but it did have some. For me, it was more of a story movie, and it felt more like a Thanos movie than an Avengers movie. But at the end of the day, it is an Avengers movie, and it's Avengers Infinity War. I look forward to seeing what happens, but kind of got a feeling it's going to drop off a bit from this movie. This one might be better than the second one, but we'll see in 3 months. Maybe, was it 3 to 4 months? It's pretty close though. Alright. Number 4 turned out to be much better than I expected. I didn't get to see it in theaters as much as I wanted to go and see it, but didn't get a chance to with working and whatnot. And I liked the cast of this, the story, the CGI looked awesome. Overall, they had the action scenes there, and that's Venom. And yeah, Tom Hardy was good in this one. It was nice to actually see him talking and getting a bit more acting in rather. Alright, we're getting down to number 3 and our top 3. What do you guys got in your top 3? Or is it going to be the same as mine? Most of you probably not. This one, I wasn't sure what to expect either. I just know it looked awesome. It would have been really good in 4K, but unfortunately they only released it in Blu-ray, and that's Upgrade. Fantastic movie, good action, good story. Hoping that this one gets a sequel as well. Number 2 doesn't come out for another 2 weeks, the 15th, I believe. So I don't have it, but this guy here will take the place of the physical media, and that's Halloween. They brought back some of the original cast. They picked up where the first one left off, and it was well done. I enjoyed it. I wasn't sure if I was going to or not, or how it was going to turn out, but it became my number 2 and my number 1 horror for the year. Last but certainly not least, movie had action, nice IMAX scenes, good cast, very good story, very entertaining, a little bit funny at times. That's Mission Impossible Fallout. Really good movie. If you like Tom Cruise and Fallout, Mission Impossible, definitely check this one out if you haven't. Yeah, and I guess it's going to be my number 1. Don't be afraid to put your lists here. Let me know what your thoughts are on this list. And I already know most of you will disagree with most of them, but some you will agree with some of them. But that's alright. This is my list. This is for this year. Let's see how 2019 goes, as we got quite a bit coming and looking forward to. So, again, Happy New Year. I'm glad you're subbed to this channel. So thank you guys for that. Hopefully we get another 50 or more that comes by and subs. And yeah, sit back. Got a lot of movies to watch this year, so enjoy the show.